So with this, we'll get into the Vacon X4 and just some of the basic modes that you can go into, and then we can delve into each mode in another video a little bit later. And so first we'll get into some of the basic things you can do. The program level 1, you just hit program. It's going to bring you in here, and these are some of the things, some of the settings you can change. Your input mode, reverse enabled. Normally reverse is not enabled from the factory. You got your min frequency, max frequency, then we have some preset frequencies and accel time, decel time. It gets into a lot more stuff here the further we go. That, you know, here you can change your motor voltage, you can change your FLA, you can change the RPM, the motor rated RPM. This is something we need to talk about separately, motor RS. And you got some power factors you can enter. You got, oh wait, no, sorry, let me back up. Yeah, power factor. Now this here, you notice this went from a P to a V. So back here, we got P for programming. V, I don't know, I just call it visual. These are things that you can just look at. You're not changing anything here. So now we're back to a P, so we can change this, your overloads. You got all kinds of stuff you can do here. This is just what they call level 1 programming. You can look at your last fault. Again, see, notice it's a V. You cannot change that. Your output frequencies, your output voltage. This would be like if I'm running a motor, you would see a voltage here. So that's just like the basics of your level 1. Anyone can enter level 1 simply with just pressing program, and they can change whatever they want. So let's say we want to change something here in level 1. We'll change minimum frequency. So we go there, press shift, you'll see it start blinking. We can change it. We'll change it to 1 for now. We hit enter to save, and it tells you store. If you press shift and then you change it to 1.1 and then you hit shift again, you lose everything. Something else cool about if you want to move faster when you're changing things, you hold the up button, press shift once. Now it's jumping by singles. Press it a second time while you're still holding the up button and it'll jump by tens. We'll hit enter to save that. Okay, let's go back, shift. So I'm going to press hold down, shift once, we're jumping by 1, shift twice, we're jumping by tens. Enter. That's how you would change anything in program level 1, and then when you're done, you just press the program button, you go back to your main screen. So we're going to get into the next level of programming here, program level 2. To get into it, you're going to hit program shift at the same time. So now we're in it. Same deal, you scroll through, there's a ton of options. You know, you're going to see more options here. VIN configure, we got a reference select. There's a lot more that we can do here, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But if you want to scroll through quickly to get to something, let's say we need to go to number P500, I don't know. You press and hold either the up or down button, and then you hit press and hold shift, and you see how fast we can go. And there's a ton of stuff here to change. See, we're in the 700s, 800s. I mean, there's, oh, I don't want to change that. So if we want to change it, we hit enter. If we don't, shift. But there's fly catch mode. That's another interesting one we can talk about later. There's just a ton of stuff here. But again, the same deal. If you want to change it, you hit shift, starts blinking, you make changes, you press enter. So I don't want to save it, so I'm going to hit shift again. To get out of level 2, you just hit program, you go back. Now one interesting thing is when I go back into level 2, it takes me back to where I left off in level 2. So, you know, it can get really tricky sometimes. So there's one more mode we'll talk about briefly here, and that is macro mode. To get into it, you press and hold program for 3 seconds. Now we're in macro mode. This one, there's even more stuff in here that's even more advanced. This is where we'll turn on the ability to program this like a PLC, where you can do, you know, come on at this, go off with that, and stay on until this happens, or stay on for this long. And we have to enable that in the macro mode first, and then we can actually do that. I'm not going to get into the macro mode too much here. It's super complicated. There's a lot to it, but just so you know, it does exist. To get out of it, again, you just press program. One thing I've done to kind of help me out when I'm in the field with this is I made a cheat sheet with just like some basics, like how to get into the different programs and stuff. And then on the back side, kind of like, this is more or less the major ones that I would use all the time. Like, you know, you might want to see what your output current is, so you can see if you're having issues. You know, then go to input mode, whether you want to be able to turn on your reverse or not, and min, max, things like that.